It's my pleasure to welcome Sam McLeod from The Spire. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, what's happening?
We have lots going on. So we've a number of things. The space is you know, it's very busy. There's activities pretty much all the time. Of note, we've got the Senior Center that's moving in, or the Seniors Association. So we are starting seniors programming Monday and Tuesday, and there's still space in that. It begins next week, so there's space to register through the Seniors Association. And we have dance classes, guitar classes, art classes, and arts rendezvous, just some general movement classes. I think there's line dancing, Pilates. So we really, if anybody's interested in seniors programming in the area, you know, we invite you to go to the Seniors Association and register for that.
Well, the best part is because they're spread out a lot to a lot of places in the city, but there hasn't been one downtown before.
That's it.
And yeah, what a perfect location.
Yeah, so we sort of think of it maybe as the Seniors Association South as far as the facility goes, and we're hoping it's successful and that we can grow on it. There's lots of seniors in our area, and it's a very walkable location. You know, there is a lot of street parking as well, and there's some nearby parking lots, so we hope people take advantage of it and, you know, join the Seniors Association if they're not members already, because they offer some incredible programming.
They sure do.
Yeah, so we've got the Embassy now going each week, and the Embassy is run by Lionhearts. It's the Embassy Live Music Cafe. So they pay a live musician each week to come in. It's a dry venue, so the Spire isn't a dry venue, but the Embassy is. And so people who maybe don't want to go out into situations where there's alcohol and things, but still want to go see live music, go to social events and things, can go to the Embassy. It's $10 to get in. They get a pop and a pizza with that, and they see a great local musician play, and that's every Saturday at 7 o'clock.
I don't think you can buy pop and a pizza for $10 anywhere.
It's a good deal. It's a very good deal.
It's a really good deal.
Yeah, Lionhearts is very good at getting, you know, things at a discount and sharing that with the community. So anyways, we're very pleased to have that. Lionhearts also has this Friday, which I think is the day this may be, they have a Valentine's dance. Again, it's a dry event, but anyone's welcome to come. 7 o'clock, they show up and they can celebrate with Lionhearts and dance, which is really nice in a dry venue. Yeah, and then next week on the Thursday, February 22nd, we have an event called Help for Hamsey, and there's a wonderful young man in the city who works at Costco, but I think he just finished a health diploma from St. Lawrence College, and he is a refugee, but he's just become a Canadian citizen. But his little brother and his mother are living in, I think, one of the world's largest refugee camps. So we have an event Thursday, 7 o'clock. Tickets are online, and if somebody comes, they will be helping this young man bring his little brother out of a refugee camp and his mother to settle here in Canada. And he's doing so well here that I think they will have to do well, because they'll be around him, and he's a wonderful guy. We've got Jim Patterson in the ride, and another gentleman named Spencer Green playing, and we've got Daft Brewery on site with some beer, and we've got wine, and we've got pizza. So it should be a really nice night, and we hope people will come out and support this young man.
That sounds like fun, actually, and they're fun events.
They're fun events.
You're supporting something, and they're fun events.
Yeah, you know, we're making a real difference in these people's lives, and we're celebrating and being together, and, you know, enjoying live music and supporting live local musicians all at the same time. So it really is a win-win type thing.
For sure.
We've got Orchestra Kingston coming in, I think on the 23rd, which is a Sunday, and they're doing another presentation, and they do wonderful work. It's a Sunday afternoon. Tickets you can find at thespirekingston.org as well. And yeah, we have a Hindu event coming up this weekend, a celebration called Durga Puja. Again, anyone can get tickets for that, and a whole slew of different things coming up. We really, if anybody's interested in what's going on at the Spire, they can always go to our website, go to our events page. They can get tickets generally just through that. Actually, I forgot, we also have Cantabile coming up with a presentation of some music by Sondheim on March 2nd. And Cantabile is a wonderful choir in the city. They do amazing stuff, and we hope people will come and enjoy some really different but also exciting music with them on the 2nd.
I remember the last time you were here, I think it was last fall, and it's how many people walk into that building on a weekly basis or a daily basis. I had no idea.
Yeah, we're probably around 150 on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And then when we have events, because I mean, just yesterday we did a pancake fundraiser for the Indigenous Food Sovereignty Garden, which is like pancake sausages type thing. And that, I think, alone had about 250 people. Our performance hall seats 750 people comfortably.
Really?
So if we have a performance, we may have, like Cantabile will bring in, 800 people into that space on a night and kind of pack them in. And, so we can have, on a weekend, we can have like 1,000, 2,000 people easily come through the space. Sometimes more. We've got our upper hall, our lower hall. There's lots of spaces to rent in the space. And they're very active. Last night, there was, before the pancake dinner, there was an event. There was pancake dinner, and right after that, Kingston Choral Society came into that space to do their rehearsals. So there's always things happening. We've got 4 AA groups that meet weekly in the space. We've got the Helen Tufts program that runs weekly in the space, which is a child outreach program actually run by the Spire, or presented by the Spire. We have food security support programs, ongoing meetings. I think today Scans In, which is Seniors for Climate Action now. Constantly groups meeting, dance, art, orchestra, choir, those kind of things. So yeah, it's very active.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of groups out there that are always looking for meeting space.
Yeah.
So how much do you charge for, let's say, for a 2-hour meeting, just to use one of your meeting spaces?
Yeah, so our goal is always to keep things as inexpensive as possible. What we do, we're a community hub. It's really the ethos of the space. So our costs are very, very low because we have a lot of volunteers. We have a lot of people who are willing to help out in various capacities, at no cost. So we're able to keep those costs low. So I would think that we're one of the lower, or if not the lowest cost places to rent in the city, and we can host meetings, seminars, concerts, galas, kind of anything. So if anybody's ever interested, they can contact me through the website. There's a general manager. You can write that, and I get that on my phone immediately and generally get back to people as quickly as humanly possible. So yeah, there's lots of space, particularly during the day, but lots of activities going on all the time. So worth checking out, I think.
Absolutely, and it's central. That's the best part. But talk a little bit about the background of the building. It was a church.
Yeah, so it's still a church. So on Sunday mornings, there's still a congregation that celebrates, which is really interesting. We'll go from a concert to a church, and then after there might be a matinee. So we're always moving stuff around, which is really fun. And so the Spire, it was the Sydenham Street United Church, and it was a Methodist church before that. And before that, it was a circus. But that was like 200 years ago.
It was a what?
A circus grounds, I guess.
Like
a
real circus.
Like a circus. Yeah, and then John Counter, who we know through the road, donated that space to the Methodists. Methodists built the church. At some point in human history, I think 100 years ago, the United Church and the Methodists partnered with the Presbyterians, I think I'm getting this right, and they created the United Church.
There were 3 that amalgamated in the early 1900s, I think. I'm really stretching my memory here. Methodists, I can't remember the other ones.
I can't remember. I think we have it on our website somewhere.
But that's why they call them United.
Exactly.
Church.
Yeah, they came together.
Yeah.
And that was really successful. You used to get 700, 800, 1,000 people into that church on a Sunday. Obviously, it's not like that now. The congregation is still very strong. There's a wonderful minister named Reverend Catherine Elsden who does excellent care of the space and care of the congregation, or provides care of the congregation. But about 12 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, they realized that the congregation wouldn't be able to carry this facility by themselves. So the dream of the Spire was kind of put in. There's a lot of back and forth with different organizations around the city, like how can we make this work, and around the province. And they created the Spire, and the Spire has kind of been moving along, growing and altering the space, making it modernizing it, and bringing in the community. So now it is that. It's a community space that hosts, Kaluta Buddhist Center. We have a Rainbow Sabbath, which is Two-Spirit LGBTQIA plus people who have maybe a different faith, who meet together and kind of celebrate their faith with their communities. So a lot of different faith operations are happening there, but it's not a faith space. You know, it's a community space, and it happens to cater to faith. It caters to concerts, it caters to celebration. We had a burlesque event run by Rouge Studios this past Friday. We're running a bar in this. Like, it's very, the space has evolved and become something really special, I think, for the community.
Well, it's a good idea because so many churches, you know, they're beautiful buildings, they're fabulous buildings, but boy, you need a new roof.
Yeah.
And you've got a limited population, a congregation. You know, they have to close their doors. They just simply don't have the money, and there's no place to get the money. So hats off to these people that they thought of, let's do this and keep our doors open.
And it so happened that the roof failed maybe 3-4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
You know, but there was this kind of community-ness that had evolved that was able to pull in the $250,000 to put a new roof on. We're having a roof failing right now, but because we are strong as an organization operation, we're able to pay for it. Yeah, so it is important to keep these spaces up, because in 400 years or 500 years, you know, we're going to want to look back at our heritage and see these kind of beautiful buildings. We can't build limestone buildings anymore. It's just not effective, or probably not a good idea, but we want them.
And you probably couldn't find the people to do it anyway. You know, stonemasons just aren't there anymore.
Yeah, it's amazing how hard it is to just repoint this kind of stuff because of the specialty training and the specialty bits of mortar and how to do it. Like, the people who can do it are very rare.
That's right. They're dying off. They're retiring. They're just simply
working on modern stuff.
Well, yeah. Exactly. And it's really a shame when a building gets knocked down because it was just too expensive to repair.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is really sad when that happens.
And that's part of it. You know, there is this community-ness, but there's also the heritage side. Like, we work very closely with Heritage Kingston, who have been wonderful. We've done some upgrades in our space, and we just put in a major sound system, actually, that just was finished last week. Huge sound system, beautiful sound system, meant to deal with a lot of our the issues acoustically in our space, because it's essentially a cave. And that is something we're continuing to kind of hone in on. You know, a lot of developments in the space that are meant for the future, but also meant to keep this place what it is. You know, a beautiful heritage facility that hopefully will be enjoyed for generations to come.
By virtually anybody in the community.
Anybody
could find a reason to go there and take part in an event. So it's right downtown, and to find out more about some of the events you've got coming up, or rent space, or whatever, make a donation even, how do they find you?
Yeah, so go to our website, www.thespirekingston.org. We have an events page on that people can go to, a programs page to see the different programming. Both of those pages can link you to parking if you're interested in parking. To get in touch with me, which please do, we have on the website email the general manager or email the facility coordinator or something. If you use that, I get that right away. So it is the best way to get in touch with me, and you'll get in touch with me immediately and probably hear back from me in an uncomfortably short amount of time. So yeah, please reach out. We love hearing new ideas too. We've got, it looks like a monthly improv workshop or presentation that's being set up every Sunday once a month, and we love that stuff.
That's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun, and it has so much going for it. This is super. Well, I'm so glad. I learn something every time you come in. It's just super.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
No, it's my pleasure. It's wonderful to be in this space and to be participating in a community outlet like this. So I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.